anything again. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna start here. Fuck Jersey City. Fuck all the people that live in it, except for all the good people. And I'm not even just saying that because of what happened to me today. You guys want to know what else happens to me whenever I'm in Jersey City? Whenever I go to the Best Buy as a Nintendo brand ambassador, I fucking go there, and there are these motherfuckers in unmarked vehicles. Several different unmarked vehicles. Dennis, do you remember the story I told on the show when I was in that fucking, when I was in that parking garage in Chinatown?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to put my car in that shit, so I wound up banging, like, the front end of my car against the wall.
Like that,
and then the guy's screaming at me in Chinese, like, and he's, like, screaming at me in Chinese, because, like, I just rammed into his office.
It has, like, that permanent dent on it that I, like,
yeah.
You know.
Well, you know who else sees that permanent dent? These motherfuckers in, like, the parking lots in Jersey City who drive around in unmarked cars who ask me, without fail, every single time I'm there, yo, bro, I can fix that for you for $300. Yo, bro, I can fix that for you. Yo, bro, I can fix that for you. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, I don't know you, motherfucker. I'm not letting you do anything to my car. I'm not letting you do that. And these assholes cannot take a hint. This has happened to me like 15 times. Or like 6 times, maybe, is a more accurate teller. But beyond that fact, y'all don't know. Welcome to the Double D experience. Sometimes late, but actually always late.
Oh,
Fuck.
wait.
I'm not even gonna go into it. We have a guest today.
Yeah, and before anything, happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. It's also Black Friday, which I hope you're all chilling at home enjoying the podcast right now, instead of, wrestling an old lady to the fucking ground for a goddamn PS5 that the store probably doesn't even have.
Can I be real?
What's up?
Like, I was doing some, like, online shopping, like, just a couple days ago, right? And just going through, like, the typical places, like, like Best Buy and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta say, like, shopping, I don't know, maybe it's just, like, with, I don't know, just, like, the prospect of, like, real life being what it is. Like, looking at shit that, I don't really need.
Yeah.
Because, like, at least, back in the day when you were younger, like, there was tons of stuff that you bought that I'm pretty sure, like, none of you all really needed, but it was just, like, I want that. So, like, need and, it's like that argument of need and want.
I'm sure, yeah.
But, like,
I'm sure
now,
Evan's real used to that.
Listen, I have to work Black Friday. I'm not excited.
We'll answer that. We have a guest on the show today,
Oh, yes.
everybody. We have the one, the only Man. If you don't know him, you'll know him in about 10 years when he's, famous, way more famous than you. Fucking all sorts of bitches that y'all won't even think about in your wildest dreams. I hate him at this point because he bedded Christina Hendricks. And so I stopped speaking to him, which doesn't even matter because at that point he probably stopped speaking to me anyway. It's like, fuck you, David, I'm better than you. And, what the fuck? What was that? What was that face you just made? You're like, oh yeah, probably, that's accurate. Dude, you know what that was? That was like, like a slavery scene in a movie, right? Where like there's a black actor and a white actor, and the white actor has to like say the N-word to him, and it just comes off purely effortlessly.
Yeah, like
that is what you just did to me. We have Man on the show. If you guys don't know him, he's a very, very dear friend of mine. I have known this guy longer than Dennis, I think. Just about, very slightly longer than Dennis, I think. Like, not by a big margin, but, yeah, we go back, man. Like, we played, I'm talking too much. Evan,
when we first met, it was through a mutual friend of ours.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Theodore Schnapps, the legend.
It was through him, and we were playing TF2 on a random ass DeGroot server in the middle of the day at one point. It was just like, and then I started appearing in his videos long time ago. Nintoonist's videos. David over here.
Yeah, we were like a big time, like super duper discount, super duper, like a lot of people were trying to do it, like super duper mega discount German star. Yeah, which I don't
even know which one of us was star. Like, to be honest, I think we were just.
It depended on our mood. To be
it was depending on the mood.
I'll say it definitely depended on our mood, like whatever dumb shit we were doing at the time. But I mean, I guess we could ask you about that. I mean, as our resident
As a resident what?
How many Eggmen do you think are gonna walk into the Microcenter.
Oh, is that where
on
you work?
fucking Friday, how many Eggmen do you think are gonna walk in and be like, I'm looking for an RTX. If you do not bring me. And you just have to like casually explain, like, sir, the 4090 card, the 4080 cards are out. We actually don't have any more of those.
Funny
in stock.
story
and
about
smacks
that.
you across the mouth. Please go ahead, tell us.
Funny story about the 4080s. No one's buying them.
I know, because they're fucking domestic weapons.
Oh, there was this great video I saw from gaming. What was it?
Gamers Nexus? Yeah, Gamers Nexus.
Fucking 4090s going to 200 degrees Celsius without even overclocking. I was like, that's fun.
Dude, I don't even understand Canada land temperatures, but even I have to know that that's fucking high as fuck.
That's like 500 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's like Snoop Dogg after recording Snoop and Martha cooking show high.
I heard it was actually because of the 12-pin connectors that are shipping with it. Like, I mean, on the real, like, it is honestly hilarious.
And
like right now that Nvidia is really trying to basically sell.
That's why they didn't send us anymore. That's the best part.
Essentially, like a very well-made like firebomb to put inside of your fucking computer.
No! So the techs at my shop or our store are like, every time they work on a computer with the 4090, they actually tell the customer, so we're gonna leave this open while we're testing your computer.
Wow!
Just in case it catches fire.
They have the fire extinguisher already ready.
Lord.
It's just like
I have some crazy stories from that tech shop. It's so funny. I think my most recent story, it was a guy came in and there was cobwebs in it.
Oh.
But like even worse, a roach came out of it, and the guy grabbed it and crushed it. And I'm like,
if there's any species that will survive a 4090 explosion within that
It's
confined of
probably
a
a cockroach.
space, it's probably a cockroach. Yeah.
For sure.
Jesus
Oh
God.
my
The
God.
cutest story I have is when I was building my rig. I was building it with Espada NJ or Kelvin. He's one of the head production guys of the Tri-State Smash Circuit. Just did Apex this weekend. I was actually there. You know, really amazing tournament. Screamed my voice out for Jackal. Shoutouts to Jackal. That was back when he was living with Atomisk, the Brawl legend, and he had a cat. His name was Egypt, cute little snaggletooth, black cat. And when we were building it, like the computer was flat, and at some point the cat just jumps up and puts itself inside my rig. And we're like, Egypt, no, get out. And right as we're saying get out, sits down. Like, lays down, paws, like, no, it was just the empty case.
Yeah,
Like,
okay,
and it
okay.
just put its legs in there, and it's just chilling, because you know how cats are. They're like, if it fits, I sits. Like, that is their logic. So he's
If
like,
it's a
all right.
box, I will sit in it.
So he's like, all right, I'm going to help put the motherboard in. It's like, David, can you lift her? I'm like, oh, you want me to lift the cat? Is there a right way to lift cats? It's like, you can just lift her, like, by the armpit or whatever. So, like, I lift the cat. I'm like, all right, come here, baby. No, Norton live update. I do not want to restart now. Are you fucking serious? I lift the cat up, right? And so I'm holding it while, like, he's just, like, you know, putting the motherboard in for us, getting ready to screw in. I'm like, it's okay, baby. You know, computers are not for sitting, you know, whatever. But then I realized something, right? This cat doesn't know me, right? And so, like, it's just, like, has its paws on me, and very slowly I just feel several sharp little pokes in my shoulder and in my armpit. And I'm like, Egypt, ow. Ow, Egypt, ow. And it really hurts, because, like, those things are sharp. Cat's fucking claws. Yeah. So, like, I'm just holding this thing to keep it from, like, you know, disrupting the build. And, like, it's just tearing into my skin, like my fucking ex-girlfriend's cat did, like, when, like, we used to sleep. That thing used to, like, fucking, like, do biscuits on my legs. And, yeah. That one's not as entertaining of a story as what Evans had to come around, but, like, that was just fucking... You know what, here's an entertaining story. Look, I have lights in my PC. Look, and there's curving on top of it. And there's your fucking entertaining story right there. Jesus God.
Man.
Well, it's wonderful to have you on the show, honestly, Dennis.
Yeah,
thank you.
Oh, yeah. Same.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm sorry it's been this long of a time coming until we're almost at episode 100, getting ready to rebrand pretty soon.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And we actually are planning to have Bandy Pat on next week again. Specifically because Bandy Pat wanted to be on episode, like, 69.
69, yeah.
Oh, she was on episode 69. But then she wanted to be on episode 96, because he's like, haha, reverse 69.
Reverse 69.
But then we recorded episode 96 because we were talking about Frontiers, and me and Dennis didn't want to wait to do that, or, like, have a guest on for that. So I'm like, all right, proposition. You can be on episode 99, which is 2 girls. I mean, Evan, you're a Ninja Sex Party fan, 6
yeah,
to 9 without the 9.
Just lonely.
So lonely.
I'm so lonely.
Yeah, so we met through Team Fortress 2 way back in the day. Still a top 5 favorite video game for me ever. I don't play it much anymore, but it's still the impact that game has had on my heart and soul will literally always be there, and I will never uninstall it unless I really, 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 truly need space. So it's wonderful to have you back on. So I have one question for you.
I have another one following up, but David, you go ahead.
Okay, you go first, Dennis.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't get to ask this like for a lot of our guests, but like I always assume that like most of the guests that we have on like are all like gamers. So like list me off some of your favorite games from childhood to even just present day.
Okay, this guy plays everything.
Full disclosure, my Steam library is massive and always growing. So like,
what's your library count then?
Oh boy.
We're gonna compare libraries right now.
Oh boy. I've only known one person who beat me, and it's a friend who. Okay, I have 671 games.
Okay, never mind. I lost already. I lost by like 200. 398.
There is only one person who beat me, and it was
I have the smallest dick in this room. I can't even front.
I think the worst offender's the DLC owned in there as well.
Alright, so 10, 13 for me.
1023.
Woo,
that's the 10 more. That's a twofer.
That's a twofer.
You got this, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
my friend who beat me has like 4,000 games. I'm like, why?
What the fuck?
And he's like, and he was just like, don't worry about it. I will never finish this game. I will never finish my library, and it will have to be passed down for generational wealth. I'm like, yeah, probably.
Do you understand too? It's like, the people, like the rare times that people on Steam like get themselves locked out of their accounts because like, God forbid, like a hacker or someone like they tried to access the account,
like Trump on his Twitter right now,
and like fucking and like Steam's just like, no, who are you? Account locked, and then there's just 4,000 games that like you just can't access like completely and entirely. You just cannot access it like at all.
That happened to Critical.
That did? Oh,
not for his Steam library, but he invested in Bitcoin very, very early, and he has Bitcoin keys that are worth a ridiculous amount of money that he does not have the passwords to.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
he is the meme. In that regard.
Like his reaction to that would be like, oh,
that sucks.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, his reaction would literally just be, that sucks.
Anyways, that's about it.
I've only seen him like mad, like actually mad, like occasionally when he streams. Like aside from that, like when
and then even that's not mad. He's just annoyed.
Yeah, he's just like mildly annoyed. It's just like
I saw the video where he was doing the fucking. Yeah, go ahead, Dennis.
Oh no, it was because like the way he gets annoyed would be.
Like a little grunt.
He expresses emotions in a very profound way. Like when that story about James Corden being a dick at the restaurant came out, he got out of his seat and started dancing. It's like, oh, what's that? The SpongeBob? Yeah, doing the Cabbage Patch. Yeah. It's almost like James Corden is an asshole. I've been saying that for years. Well, okay. Well, I guess I'll jump into my question here because this is gonna be a real shoot the shit episode.
Oh no, he didn't even answer my question.
I didn't even answer.
Shit, the Steam I thought you asked the favorite game.
Favorite game or games?
Favorite game for of all time?
All time, and then I guess one that you really like now.
Well, all time would probably be the first game I ever played to completion, which is Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess.
Respectable.
And then favorite game currently, and just recently. I'm not entirely sure because I'm still very much trying to play Sonic Frontiers without it bugging the fuck out on me. And I just bought Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got God of War. I got tons of shit. Honestly, bro, it is. Like, it was so infuriating when I had this realization because after I got Frontiers, I also got the 2 Spider-Man games that came out recently for the PC port. The first one remastered, and then Miles Morales. And then after that, I was like, before that, I even got God of War. Mm-hmm. And after I got Miles Morales, I just like put my face into my hands, and I was like, I barely have time after I finish work to even put in at least 2 decent hours into Frontiers. Cause like by the time, like, because I'm not a young man no more, and David knows as well. Like I'm not a young man no more. Like after like I finish work, it's like I'm either just staring aimlessly at my computer, or I just watch YouTube videos until it's time to go to sleep. And then because like when I game, right, it's like I have to do it on like a day that I have nothing going on. Period. Like I just want to sink my teeth into it like as much as I possibly can. Like I think. Last week, I put in like I think 6 to 7 hours into God of War, and I'm not even nowhere near close to finishing that game like at all.
Oh God,
like
that reminds me of another game I'm playing right now, which I'm never gonna finish. Is Persona 5. But you know,
I finished the first one and Royal. You want to know how much time I got clocked in?
How much time?
136 hours.
And you know what? That's not even a completion run.
No, it's not. Not at all.
That's the sucky part.
That was like leisure. That was a leisure run.
Remind me of those fucking speed runs of like Mario Odyssey. Like when that game first came out, I'm like, what the hell is the 100% speed run of this game gonna be? And it's like a literal day.
Yep, it's 24
like
hours.
A whole day. Like if you're gonna do there's no resets in that shit. It's not a thing.
You just fail.
You just fail. It doesn't matter. Like that's actually, sort of relieving about it though, is that like, no matter how many times like you fuck up in a 24-hour speed run, the answer is like much like life is to always keep going. It's not like this is a reset moment, because it doesn't matter if it's a reset moment, because a reset's not worth it unless you are insane, and
or unless it's like in the first hour.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, honest to God, man. Like my Steam shit does not even come close to your guys, man. Like me no pee-pee, me no toke, me no pee-pee in your coke, whatever it is Dennis always says. Something like that. By the way, I'm sorry wrong. Shut the fuck up. Which, by the way, I'm sorry I never got your Waluigi print. They didn't have it.
Oh no, bro! I was actually taking a shit when you sent me that.
Dude, I should have messaged you earlier on day 2. I'm sorry.
No. But here's the thing: like when you sent it to me, right? And the picture came up on our Discord chat. I was on the phone, mind you. So I was just like just taking a poo, and then I just had the message come up, and I was like, I literally audibly went, "This was not intentional." I was like, wow. and then afterwards I messaged David like, hey, like did you get it? And he's like, I just left. and I was, mind you, my butt was still on the toilet, so I was just kind of like, it's like a little low-key disappointment, but
you were like, you were like metaphorically Waluigi, because the wah just kind of came out like you were the fucking monarch, and then you were like, while you were like literally becoming Waluigi, because you were shitting to make yourself skinny again. Dude, you were not exaggerating when you told me that he really is your spirit animal,
bro. I was playing Mario Party Superstar, and I have some choice words for this game.
Really?
I have some choice fucking words. Because 5 boards, is not enough, man.
And no DLC for that game.
That's why I'm like, this game came out last year, right? And I was thinking like, yo, where's the deal? Where's the Super Mario Kart 8 treatment that they're getting?
In Mario Kart 8.
Yeah,
well, they basically added a whole nother game. Basically, like literally the same amount of the same amount of courses that were in the base game, and they can't add a couple more boards.
That's the thing. The mini games are completely all the ones that they have in it. I have no problems with whatever picks they had. Like I have no problems with it at all. Like I was playing primarily the N64 ones, because like that was the ones that I grew up with, and then because at least in the GameCube era, 4 was the only one that I played. Like 5 and 6, never touched it in my life. Like I never touched it, and so like that's like that was the main thing that was running in my head. I'm like, because I saw the boards like that they had the list for them, like when they're about to start the game, and I'm just kind of like, I like just kept pressing my controller down in like disbelief, like thinking like, yo, that's it.
This
Like, no,
this
yeah,
can't
exactly.
be it.
Like, Dad, I'm being serious. Like, this is how exactly I was just chilling on my couch like this, and I'm like.
Visibly upset.
I literally just threw my hands up like, what the fuck?
That was me when I turned onto the Lincoln Tunnel today.
You're like,
You don't understand. I literally screamed, no! Because I knew it was going to add to my trip and you guys were waiting. And
But they
I know. And none of the boards, by the way, from the GameCube versions. All N64.
Yeah.
that's
Peach's birthday cake, Yoshi's Tropical Island, fucking
four had some
Horrorland,
good boards.
Spaceland, Woody Woods, and I think that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah, 'cause, like 4 had some of the greatest boards.
Yeah.
No, that 4. As much I'm extremely nostalgic for Mario Party 4. It was my first
too.
Mario Party that I owned. It's the one that I played objectively. Don't think it's one of the better ones. I actually think it has some of the worst boards in the series.
I think the worst board in it for me is probably the casino one.
Yeah,
Oh
and it
my
sucks 'cause
God,
that one,
yeah.
It sucks because that one was like aesthetically my favorite.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's aesthetically
easily
the
my
best looking
favorite,
one.
but that board sucks. You spend the entire game on one island.
So 4 had 6 boards.
Yep.
Toad's
Yes.
Midway Madness, Shy Guy's Jungle Jam, which I thought was like Goomba's Greedy Gala. Best looking one, as
Yeah.
everyone said. Probably the middest board out of
Yeah.
Probably
all
the
of them,
worst
honestly,
in that game.
Booze Hunt Bash, boring
Probably
as
the
fuck.
best board.
But it was also
But it
so
was-
boring looking.
It's boring, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said perfect square.
It's like
whatever.
a perfect square.
And Koopa's Seaside Soiree, which I thought, at least for me,
Oh yeah,
that was
that was pretty
that,
good.
that was my favorite. That was
Yeah, Mario Party games, teaching kids how to gamble, teaching them how to invest in the stock market. From
Yeah, I was
a
gonna be
young-
like, yeah, and then another Mario Party game. I forgot which one it was, but it's like, oh, you could invest in like a hotel system.
Mario Party 8. That was 8.
And
Yeah.
then
That was 8. Also the Koopa board, I believe.
Yeah,
They decided Koopa's the money man in like Mario Party for some fucking reason.
Yeah,
Even
bro,
though the
dude
Goomba
had,
had the
like-
literal casino board.
Bro literally got big in Florida. He bought up all that property. He got hotels out of Miami. The dude was killing it. And then,
Yo, Turtle may move slow, but that money don't.
and then obviously the last one, which was the Bowser board for that game.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
Bowser's Gnarly.
I never even unlocked that when I was a kid.
Me either.
Yeah, same. I like.
Yeah.
I don't know how to unlock stuff in Mario Party because it was just always like you have
It
to.
just happened.
Yeah,
You
I
have
was
to
like,
play Mario Party by yourself like a fucking loser.
I know that's the thing, and it's like Nintendo really gonna be out here saying like, hey, this game where it's almost supposedly like implied that you should have friends to play the game. You're gonna play
Be
it by
sad.
yourself. Yeah,
Be sad.
You're gonna be forever alone and play this game meant for friends by yourself.
You know how you know how it says party? You don't got a party.
I'll party by myself because I'm such a special guy. You feel me? Like 1999, fucking Weezer, baby. Let's go.
How would you feel if you had a friend who who was rich, right? But
Yeah.
he's a good friend of yours, right? But at the same
my
time,
Sam
like,
Manson.
this dude throws parties for himself. like he literally like
He doesn't
would just-
invite anyone.
No, he would. But like everyone's like wondering like, yo, what's the big deal? Like we just had a party last week and the guy just like just comes out like the Great Gatsby style and is just like, this party's meant for me. It's meant for
Wolf of
me,
Wall
man.
Street.
Why does it always end with the main character being an incel? Why is that always what it is?
But what if he just wasn't though? What if he just really loved himself that much that he celebrated every week himself? Like he's just like
Him being alive.
Yeah,
Dennis,
him
do you
being
remember
alive.
last week? You remember last week when we did the worst unboxing video ever?
Yeah.
There was an analogy I wanted to make in that episode, but I never was able to do. Do you remember the episode where Cartman gets an amusement park? Of South Park?
Yeah.
That was basically what happened.
It's like Catman Land is the best amusement park ever made. And you can't care.
Oh my god.
That was
just-
basically me, Basically this guy that you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but this guy, it does invite everyone. He invites his friends and everything. He wants them to enjoy, but it's just all about him. That's it.
It's all about him.
It's all
He's got
about
an ice
him.
statue of him.
Yeah,
All about
exactly.
him, baby. Listen,
That's
before
like
we-
that's like a level of narcissism that I don't think I could ever digest in my life. It's like,
yeah,
bro,
that
I
is
love
like
you.
narcissism
Like-
level. Go ahead.
No, it's because bro, I love you, But bro, it's somehow you love yourself more than how I love you, which makes it annoying. That is like there's like this weird deficit between us. It's like bro, like I love you and I love what you do and everything, but holy fuck, I have never seen someone jerk off to themselves in a mirror like that in my life. Like
That is
like, holy
narcissism
shit.
level. That is narcissism level of getting unbanned from Twitter based off of a fucking Twitter poll and then not coming back to the platform because of how well Truth Social is doing. Yeah. But before we get off the topic of Mario Party, this is one of the biggest questions I wanted to ask Evan. Evan, this is important.
Okay.
This is going to determine our friendship moving forward.
Oh boy.
And it's also going to determine if I kick you the fuck out of this Riverside call right now.
Oh no. All right.
One of those questions.
It's one of those questions, all right?
Okay.
This is serious.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I think
You think it's joking, but I'm
Okay.
dead fucking serious. You ready? Like, take some... Ooh, you're those the pitch perfect. Like fucking
yes.
pitch perfect.
Yes.
You watched Pitch Perfect?
Shut the fuck up. Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh no. Okay.
Peach, Daisy, Rosalina.
Uh,
There is an objective, correct answer to this. Someone got it wrong at Apex when I was at Apex, and I ghosted him from my life. Someone else, maybe in this call, got it right. And I was mildly upset at him. If it wasn't for his history as one of my best friends, I would have kicked
fuck.
his ass metaphorically from the call, and then I would have tried to kick his ass in real life, and there would have been a scrap.
Because if you did try, you fucking break your hernia, you fucking loser. You try to lift your legs up even 20 degrees up, you'd be like, oh! You come back here. Why are you running away? Let me kick your come over here so I can kick your ass.
There is very few things in this world more precious to me than my career, man, but like some bonds can be broken. So Evan.
yes.
Here we go.
This is such a subjective fucking question too. No one's gonna match your fucking preferences, you fucking asshole.
Well, in the land of Nintoonia, my word is law. Alright, it's not that serious if I have to be the joke breaker here, but in my heart of hearts it is. So in your opinion.
Yes.
David, you're that friend that I was talking about. You're the friend that literally the whole world, the whole universe revolves around me.
I'm not rich.
Bro, if you were, I honestly wonder what money would do to you. Like what kind of corruptive? You just like you would buy Nintendo.
I have a good amount, alright? I can buy shit.
You could,
so
like,
I'm not an
you'd
asshole.
probably like kill the CEO of Nintendo and just walk in and be like, I am the CEO now.
I'd make some
You
good
will
ass
all-
changes.
You will all listen to me. First of all,
Paper Mario would always be released.
And we,
Yeah, Paper Mario would always be released. I would make a fucking paid service for Nintendo music. Where people can actually listen to it instead of fucking just like take down.
which would make the investors a lot of money because, but they just don't do it for some reason.
All right.
Japan.
Fuck, marry,
Anyway,
kill.
Japan.
Peach, Daisy, Rosa.
Uh,
And we're gonna talk about I want to know your logic behind it.
okay. Well, I'm gonna go through my logic kind of like immediately.
Okay.
I don't really like Rosalina.
Okay.
I don't know. So probably kill. I'm not sure though, cause like I don't really like Peach either. I just like Daisy in that scenario.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so then between Peach and Rosa, like who do you like less?
Peach.
Okay, yeah, that's agreed. That's all
Yeah.
agreed. Who actually likes Peach? Honestly,
I don't know.
Step 1 accomplished.
2 more to go.
What do you know, Dennis? The answer to the question is D. Oh, good man. Same. Because, Peach is like a rich bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How could you be that dedicated to someone? Like, obviously, like, it's rude to be like, oh, I rescued you. You gotta suck my dick. Like, I get that. But, like, clearly this man is interested, and you have iced him off so bad.
So many times.
Except for in Mario Galaxy, where she almost gave him a blowjob. But it didn't
almost.
happen because Bowser, like, fucking came in with his shit, do whatever the fuck he wants.
One thing too, it's like, even like just objectively speaking, right? Wouldn't you find the guy who literally went through a straight up hellscape to save you, kind of hot. Like, objectively speaking, like, if the dude literally went through fire and flames to straight up save your dumb ass, like I feel as if, like, you know, I would be like
he's trying to prove something.
Yeah,
A
it's like, I would be-
near-death experience is the ultimate aphrodisiac.
like fucking Evil Knievel. Like, all the death-defying shit that he did, it's like you kind of can't help but go like, damn, this dude is dangerous. He might be dead in 2 weeks. But like, but damn, if at the very least, it's like, if he at least not even interesting, come on, like, at least, like, you know, like Peach could have gotten a little, just a little, like, you know, like, ooh, like, I like how he saved me. I like how he like swung Bowser off the fucking platform. It's like, ooh, like, ooh. Like, ooh,
We're getting closer,
it's
man.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to fuck him, but like, you know, I'm a little interested. I'm interested.
We're getting closer, man. The Mario movie's coming. And, you know, Peach is going to have dialogue in it. They're going to speak full-fledged sentences. You know, what is this place? And all sorts of good shit. So,
boy.
phase 1 complete. I like that. Me personally, it's just like, it's that sort of girlyish type Ice Queen in that sort of sense. You know, Peach literally had to resist saying racial slurs in Mario Strikers Battle League. You see what she does. You see what she does. You know that animation where, like, you know, the other team scores a goal on her. She's like...
Bro, her like Southern Midwest vibes were like straight up coming out, like with that look. Like she looked as if she was gonna Martha Stewart that whole court, just call someone the N-word, like at least once.
She fits the girly girl persona, and if you decided to make Peach a racist, it's not even saying she is a racist. I'm not saying that's canon. It does fit though.
It fits.
If you decided to
Absolutely.
do that.
She fits the bill.
You know, like the rich bitch. So we got it. I'm glad you're not doing that to yourself. That was my answer to is kill Peach.
But
Absolutely kill
that
Peach.
one is also easy because like no one actually objectively likes Peach. Like,
Yeah, no, he got the easy part done.
Yeah.
No. Gay dudes love Peach. All the gay dudes in the fucking Smash community main her. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
And
but
Bayonetta,
like,
obviously.
Well, but like her as a character.
Bale.
Oh,
like
her as
her
a
as a-
character?
Yeah, no one actually likes her.
I respect Peach enough as a character for her role in the games. It's just there's
She's
a far,
xenophobic as fuck.
vastly superior princess.
She's
right next to
xenophobic
her.
as fuck.
Yeah, she ain't no Daisy.
She's racist.
What are you talking about? Like the whole plot of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga is like bridging the gap between that and the Bean Bean Kingdom. She literally
did that. She only did that after how many times she got kidnapped by a fucking mutant turtle?
What the
She,
fuck
like-
does that have to do with the goddamn Bean Bean Kingdom, Dennis?
No, because it clearly means that, look, I have this problem right now. I need some friends to take care of it. That's why she went over to them.
She has friends to take care of it.
Who?
She's got Mario.
Mario.
Luigi. That no one seems
Luigi.
to remember in any of the Superstar games.
even
The right
Bowser's
princess
ki-
remembers him.
Even Bowser's kid managed to kidnap her. Clearly, she don't believe in whatever people she has working for her. Because no matter where she goes, she gets kidnapped. She goes on vacation, I get kidnapped. I literally would be chilling in my own house. I get kidnapped. Like,
and the only like
bitch cannot even catch a break for the last 20-something years. She hasn't caught a break since.
Okay, that's
One game.
that's fair.
She gets one game that was
Good
just
game, by the way.
Yeah, which was strictly all about her and everything. And, you know, hey, Peach Power, whatever. But it's just like, you know, every single... She got turned into a god-slaying fucking being at the end of Thousand Year Door.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true. Yeah.
that's
Like-
true.
Like,
Yeah.
like Peach should be in prison somewhere so no one could get to her. Because it's like, look, like this
Clearly,
bitch-
she's the center of everything.
You're saying you want to Shrek Peach?
Yeah! Yes! Absolutely!
She gets Shreked in every game.
No, that's why she should stay that way.
No, that's fucked up.
She should just be locked up. Have someone else manage that. Toadsworth look as if he actually competent in ruling anything compared to her.
Well, his whole body's shaped like a dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why. Like, if I was a Toad, right? It's like, who is this? Who is she? Like,
Why does she?
why
carry
did-
You know, that
the-
is a
Like-
good point. One
like,
does
who
question
is
how
she?
a human being came to rule that kingdom.
It is the
Full of
same.
these fucking mushroom people.
It is the same equivalent of when Queen Victoria was around way back when, and she ruled an entire continent of people that was a completely different shade of color from whatever the fuck she was.
from whatever the.
Like, India itself was like told, you see that lady like on the portrait up on that wall? She rules you. And they have to go like, okay. And then they go talk to their friend. Who the fuck is that? Like, who actually is that?
Well, the notion is that they keep like paying her taxes because
She's a terrible
nice
ruler.
to them.
She's a terrible ruler, is all I'm saying. And here's the thing, though I forgot her name, but the lady from Odyssey, she's best girl, hands
Pauline.
down.
Pauline,
hands
you're talking
fucking
about.
down. She's not even a princess. She's just a singer. And
She's
she
a
literally
Dennis.
she literally claps Peach like
Dennis.
this.
She is a mayor. She's
Okay,
the mayor of New Donk City,
so
dude.
she's the AOC of
Which
like,
is
the Mario
kind of
universe.
low key worse. Because God knows where that tax money of New Donk City is fucking going.
Oh,
It's
boy.
isolated from like every other part of the world on like a fucking floating island. All right, but point is, kill Peach,
Yeah,
Evan.
that went on for a while.
Evan.
We just really hate Peach over
Yeah,
here.
we really.
It's time for the real question. And I guess this is sort of interchangeable. I'm not actually going to kick you out of the
No.
call because apparently I have to fucking put that as a disclaimer. Which one do you fuck and which one do you marry?
Probably fuck Rosalina.
Yes!
And
Yeah, and then
Yes!
marry Daisy, yeah.
Yes! Yeah, this guy's more base than you, fucker, Mr. Andrew Tater Tot. Yeah!
I like me the quiet girls.
I do too. But sometimes they can get you in trouble. Wanna know why?
Oh, like what? Daisy won't? You kidding me?
Wanna know why? Because
Why
they're
me?
quiet for a reason.
Bro, Daisy would do coke off your dick. That's the kind of girl she is.
Why you saying that like it's a bad thing?
She would also be the type to be like, you know, oh, you messing with my man? And she grabs a bat. And just
Yeah,
like,
she's like straight up like would like square up with the dude. With like
Yeah,
anything,
square up,
with like anything in her general vicinity would straight up like just go up to me like, yo, you talking to my man right now? And it's just like literally a girl that would dwarf her, but she'd still be looking up like I'll literally
looking up at her with like a sledgehammer.
Yeah, fucking Daisy is like the equivalent of like just fucking like Gianna Michaels. Basically. Because Daisy, the thing is, I respect the fuck. I like Daisy because she is the kind of woman where if you asked her to do anal, she would tell you to bend over, and I respect the fuck out of that. I respect the shit out of that. I'm not saying I would do it necessarily, but she also seems like the kind of woman that would be okay with that. At the end of the day, she won't judge you for not being into that.
But her first thought would not be,
That
oh, I'm
she's the
doing
kind
it.
of girl
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
you take your clothes off, go dancing in the rain. You feel me? You know, the kind that makes you feel alive.
But equally, Daisy is like would be like a really great friend to have. Like just like if you all were just like friends with benefits or whatever.
Unfortunately, I'm
she'd be
toxic
great.
because she would make me too horny, so I would not want to just be friends with her.
And here's the thing, David would catch feelings first before
I would 1,000 fucking a million times %. I like literally no meme. I could deny it all I wanted to. I would catch feelings for her.
Like,
1,000%.
like it's just like off of like the OkCupid or Tinder like messages. It's like okay, so just to like lay out the ground rules, like they both say like okay, no feelings, right? It's like yeah, no feelings, absolutely. And it's just like but it's like but little did David know he was lying out of his fucking ass.
It's literally just like the
baby, I love you.
it actually just starts with the I'm going, yeah, we got this, yeah, no feelings. So you're wondering how I got into this mess.
Fucking 90 brr. Yeah, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got in this situation.
And it's just like literally like Daisy about to peg you.
Oh, just like AOC
just like-
did way back in the day.
Yeah, it's just like that.
That's a Double D experience throwback, by the way. That's a call out to like episode 8.
But like the frame they stop it at is just your face. You know, it's just like your face like in all fours. And just like her like just like right behind you.
Like yeah, like
Like a man with something that just penetrated the asshole but isn't all the way up yet.
like Ryan Reynolds from Deadpool.
Like Ryan Reynolds from Deadpool.
Where he's just like, nah,
Nope.
Listen,
Not
and
gonna
my
do it.
logic, my logic for it, I'll keep it brief, is that you fuck Rosalina and you marry Daisy, Because, you know, I mean, I like the Quiet Girl too every now and again, you know, like they're not as extreme, you know, like they can go at my own pace sometimes. It's that Rosalina has baggage.
Yeah, but also Rosalina looked like she would be bored while you're fucking her.
No, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. You want to know why?
She would have this same stoic face that she would have just.
And she would be surrounded by Lumas.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. She
slapped them
though.
away. It's like, yo,
dude, it's a miracle that she didn't jump on Mario like the second he landed on the Gateway Galaxy. It's a miracle that she didn't do that. She was the first man she has seen since she was a child.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but you know,
if I was a woman and I went that long. I went that long without seeing a man. Are you kidding? I would have jumped on him immediately if I were her.
No. But like, it could have been the same. Like, it could have been like something like this, where like, yeah, he came through the gate, and she was just like, oh. Like,
oh, he's like fat.
Yeah, it's just like
he's fat.
Like, you know, whatever. It's like
It's funny thing about the I only played like an hour of Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it has voice acting.
Oh yeah.
For all the Rabbid characters, they speak English.
Oh yeah, they did in the first game too.
Yes, but like
they
didn't have they didn't. They only grunted and stuff.
Oh. I know there were villains that like spoke in sentences.
There were some villains that spoke.
Like Rabbid Mario talks and like Rabbid
Mario talks, he talks like this. What? But he actually, you know what he reminds me of? He talks like the
sounds like how I wanted him to sound in the Mario movie. Like you're like, yeah, you say it.
Yeah, he sounds like the guy that did the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. It's hilarious. He has the same mannerisms.
I wanted him to sound like, oh my ears.
The best part is
fuck
Rabbid Peach, like, you know, because she's always disinterested on her fucking phone.
Yeah.
She has a rocket launcher that shoots at people, and she kills them and goes, see you later. It's like, what?
How does this game exist, and how does it work so well?
I don't understand. It's amazing how that game runs, plays better than the first one, and it's not that different.
It's one of those.
I still have to play the first one.
Like crossovers like that, like are very much if they're done well, obviously, like, you know, it's very much like a lightning in a bottle type of situation, because
and this one's lightning in a bottle twice.
Yeah, exactly, twice. So because like at least when I first saw the first game, I was like, is this an April Fool's joke?
Yeah, it's like
at first,
wait,
like, you know,
Nintendo, really?
Like they actually like signed off on it and everything. So I was just kind of like, okay. And then like I saw that it actually was doing well in sales, and then even just people just generally liked the game. And then I guess Nintendo just thought like, oh,
do it again.
Yeah, it's like, let's make another one.
Shit won awards.
Yeah.
And never mind the fact that, hey, like, you know, another game that did pretty well, Nintendo? You're just a little fox that shoots some, you know, goes in space and shoots stuff in a ship, like thing, but, you know.
Yeah, this is literally the second time Mario's gone into space.
No, not even the second.
Not even the second.
The first time he goes into space is not even in Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, that would be in Paper Mario, I think, right? David. No, really.
That would be in Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins.
Wow.
Yeah.
And David, here's what I just thought of.
What?
The moment they put Mario in a ship to shoot shit in space will basically be Nintendo's way of telling us that, hey, you know that fox that y'all love so much? He's fucking dead.
It's so funny because I saw on like Twitter.
I could see it happening where it's just like, hey, we're sick and tired of y'all talking about Star Fox for the 30th time this Nintendo Switch Direct. So we're just gonna put Mario in a ship, and you're gonna just shut the fuck up about Star Fox now.
Dude, in the 90s it was so different, man. In 1993 in Utah, for the launch event of Star Fox, they paired up with a radio station, and a dude parachuted out of a plane holding a fucking copy of Star Fox into a parking lot of a goddamn Shopko to promote the game.
I love that.
And now look how they treat Star Fox.
They don't treat him at all.
It's like Star Fox.
No.
Star Fox who? What?
Star Fox who?
He's
Rosalina.
that one character in Smash, right?
It's like Falcon basically considered a Smash character at this point. Point is, Rosalina, my logic is she's got baggage.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, she's never seen a man before in like her whole life since she was a child. Her mom's dead, you know, she got sucked in she went into space as a child, leaving her family, and basically had to become a mom at like the age of like 12. You know, to like raise all the stars.
Yeah.
Not to mention the isolation that comes with that. I mean, she had the Lumas,
She might-
obviously.
Yeah,
but, you
She
know,
might be crazy. Yeah.
yeah. Daisy's crazy too, but in the good way.
In a different way. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but then
And the
here's
kind that makes you a better version of yourself, more adventurous, and more sexually liberated.
but people also gotta know, like, even like very, let's say, even who you'd perceive as very well adjusted, everyone's got baggage. It's obviously just comes in varying degrees and shit. Like,
Yeah.
because like I'm not saying obviously like, oh, like Daisy's got more baggage than Rosalina, no, but at the very least, it's like, you know, you meet enough people and you get to know them like long enough, it's like they'll tell you shit that like, oh, like will make you go like, at least like, oh, like
People open up to me all the time.
yeah, like that's why, like, you know, at least for the baggage argument, I'm like I got baggage, David got baggage, Dave
I mean, she's got
baggage,
galactic baggage. So.
yeah, okay, yeah. Like, fair enough. I'm just saying, though, it's just like, you know, as far as like just the general, like, you know, just even having baggage, like everyone has it. Like, it's just at least Rosalina's and Daisy's baggage would be ones that I'd be willing to listen to, like, about, like, you know, them talking about it. Peach, I'd be like, bitch, shut up, get out of my face. Like, they got
I didn't mean to say this in the sense that like Rosalina's like toxic.
No,
I don't mean
I'm
it
not
like
saying,
that.
I'm not
I
even
would
saying that
listen
either.
to her baggage too. I would
Yeah.
lay in that bed as she reads that story to me, which I ran downstairs and hugged my mom when I fucking played Mario Galaxy and saw that, because that game has such a quiet sadness to it, much like Sonic Frontiers, which you'll experience at some point, Evan. Like big Mario Galaxy vibes in terms of the quiet sadness of that game. But
and I'll just
that's
say-
the only reason I say marry Daisy, because like marry Daisy, you get to fuck her all the time, and then she makes you a better version of yourself. You know, Rosalina, like you fuck her once, you don't got to deal with like any of like the bad shit that comes with it, which I just realized is a very sexist thing to say.
not to mention too, like Daisy.
Honestly, they're interchangeable. Fuck
no,
it,
yeah,
whatever.
obviously.
Yeah.
And like one last thing, and I
Just kill
want-
Peach.
And honestly, I was gonna say like just two things. Like, for one, Daisy really would be the girl that would just make you go like at the end. Like it's like after like rounds 1 and 2, you're just kind of like, okay, all right, yeah, no more.
More.
And then she just literally like drags you to the bed. It's like, no.
You're like,
and it's
no,
I'm not
no.
done yet.
It's like a horror movie.
It's like her appetite is like ravenous, you know. And then number 2, I was gonna say the only thing that we could practically all agree on is literally just kill Peach.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
she is probably the worst out of the 3 just by default, like,
Yeah.
and just by history.
You'll be
alone.
lucky if you
Like-
fuck Peach ever. If you're married to
Yeah,
her.
exactly.
You know, she's the kind of woman.
Peach would be the one who would have an OnlyFans, and she would charge like up the ass for anyone to even just look at her for one. And
Yeah.
it's like, even if you're a tier 3 sub,
It's a picture of her knee or something.
yeah, exactly. Like the best you'll get is like her ankles. Like it's like that's like the best you'll get. And,
You-
like that's
Victorian
the kind,
era.
yeah, like that's the kind of girl like she is. And like, and we've met people like that in our real life, and that's like why I'm saying it's like, why would you ever want to be
Willingly
friends
go
with,
over
yeah,
there?
and like be
Listen.
friends with someone like that?
Listen, when the cosmic space bitch who hasn't seen a man since she was a literal child is willing to do more shit with you than the fucking Princess Peach, something's wrong in your relationship, homie. I'm just saying, she ain't worth the extra lives. You feel me? Oh God in heaven.
So there was one last thing that I kind of wanted to talk about.
Yeah, go
with
for
you
it.
guys. And it was something that I looked up a bit because I've been watching a lot of Sonic Frontiers, like
Yeah.
not like videos, but like from the music itself, like just looking up a lot of the music on YouTube, which is again like straight up fucking fantastic, and it's a fucking crime that they're not nominated at all at the Video Game Awards this year, which I thought, you know what, this smells like horse shit to me, because like, first of all, the soundtrack was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's also like 8 hours if you just play it back to back.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I saw that it was like, what, 150 tracks or something, like,
Yeah.
in the game alone.
And not even in like the typical of like Sonic, like I'm here.
No,
I'm
yeah.
chasing
Oh
through
my-
this new frontier. Like literally just the ambient music of
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
game
yeah.
in general
But
is It's chef's kiss.
The boss themes by themselves, though, like, and I've kind of listened through them. I spoiled that part for myself, David.
Oh,
so I'm
yeah,
saying,
I
I know.
spoiled the first one for me.
It's
Oh,
so,
Evan.
but it's so fucking good. And then there was this one little thing that I saw off of a comment that kind of made me go think, like, so because a lot of people are comparing, obviously, Kelly McQueen, I believe, was the vocalist for a lot of those like real rock heavy tracks.
Yeah.
And people are comparing them to Crush 40 and saying that, like, oh, like, it would have been great if like Crush 40 came up with this game and all that and everything.
Johnny Giorelli's pipes could not handle that.
No.
And what I was thinking off of that, it was just like, if they got him back, right? And it's like, if they did get him back, I probably would like whatever sound they brought, right? But I have no problem with these new guys, and not to mention, it's like they're doing it like great. Like I love what they brought to the table for the game, and then even people are even saying like this is the new sound of Sonic now, and like Crush 40's like era was its era. Like that was like the early 2000s.
Sonic Adventure 2 era.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that like that whole era like was definitive in its own like way, obviously. And if you grew up with those games, it's like obviously you're gonna always hold them close to your heart.
Officially ended with Shadow the Hedgehog, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like we got new sound. Like just guys, this is strictly speaking like about sound. Like, you know, at least when it came to the music, 06 kind of went for its very like Hans Zimmery kind of
yeah.
like,
I mean, that was supposed to be a reinvention too.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like it was a Sonic team again. And sometimes they don't do this too well, just trying something new.
Really,
and
the
sometimes
Avatar
it
of
misses
Sonic
the
games
mark.
is what it was.
The James Cameron of
When
Sonic
you really
games.
think about it,
It was a technical test, really.
Yeah,
think about it.
True.
like literally like movie orchestral score, and I think that's when they slowly started to realize that Jason Griffith's voice didn't fit where the character was heading. Like he was really like the 90s were. It was just not the 90s anymore.
Nope.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
06.
Yeah.
So, way past cool. Like he didn't sound like way past cool anymore. Like I think a mature Sonic like Roger Craig Smith is like really makes a lot more sense, especially in this new game. Like if Sonic sounded like how he did in like Sonic Adventure,
God.
It would
in
get
Sonic
annoying.
Frontier, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't fit.
And it
Just
just
going
going
the
back
fucked
to
up Eggman family tree that is now expanded in Frontiers, I believe.
just going back to like the music real quick. It's like I think the Sonic team realized that like they kind of probably went back to the drawing board real quick and just thought like, okay, what is Sonic? It's like Sonic is way fast, cool, like
What
and
the fuck is this?
and like just edgy. Like Sonic is low key sometimes, like because the music is very much like real, like I don't know. You remember like, Evanescence-esque, like fucking, you know, like rock,
Edgy.
like yeah, it's just real edgy, and it's just like they thought, fuck it, let's just do that. Because I think they probably already tried every motif they possibly had for him and they just finally just settled, like not really settled, but just decided like, okay, let's just embrace all of the edgy over the topness of Sonic and just kind of throw it all into the music. And then David, again, if you get to play tonight and you get to the first Titan, I'm telling you, you will hear that song and you will just go like, wow. Like
By the way,
my 10-year-old
say-
self would love this song.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, because I will say the only reason it got spoiled for me, the name of the song and what the song was, because I unknowingly clicked on it because it got recommended to me about 50 billion times.
Yeah, yes. That's how the second and third song also got spoiled.
The first song got
Yeah.
spoiled to me because it kept getting recommended to me.
Yeah.
I didn't even look up a Sonic Frontiers video till like a month ago.
Every YouTuber who fucking posts the whole ass game before the game is out, fuck yourselves on varying degrees that even Daisy would not be able to. I will make sure your channel never gets recommended to me ever when that happens. Because we've talked about this before. Like, before they would do it like on midnight when the game launches and it just dumps and they upload like the whole game onto there. Evan, they're doing that shit before the game launches now.
Yeah, it's like a week before the game even launched.
Yeah, and there were like Sonic Frontiers gameplay videos, like of the story spoilers, like everywhere. I'm like, bro, like what the fuck?
All
This
I
is
know about the
ridiculous.
first boss is that it's like, it's good. That's all I know.
No,
I don't know anything else.
I died a couple times actually.
I'm playing on
you're
hard
playing
mode.
it. Oh, you're playing it on hard. You're playing it on normal, Dennis, or hard?
It was
easy?
on normal. It was on
Okay,
normal.
yeah, I've been playing it on normal
Yeah.
too because I just wanted to really experience the game first before because you never know how hard a game's hard mode is gonna be.
So
Yeah.
I found out that on hard, I'm like, oh, this isn't too hard, and then I fought one of the many roaming things. I'm like, never mind, I need to probably change the difficulty.
This is a real man Sonic game.
It really is like a wake up call when you play certain games, and it's just like you think, oh, this isn't too bad, and then once like the game claps you up like once, you're just kind of like, all right, okay, all right.
I don't know
just
how many
change that
times I was
difficulty.
fighting that stupid thing with 3 arms and kept dying every single time.
Yeah, like the fucking tentacle thing.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, but
You
that
run up
that's
its arms.
yeah. And then the
Oh,
music
yeah,
drops
yeah.
and it becomes nighttime, and it's like, oh, this is this kind of game.
Yeah,
This is sick. And it's just so dope, man. It's like, fucking Breath of the Wild, but with no fast travel because you are the fast travel.
You are
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
are speed.
It's like you are Sonic the Hedgehog, man. Well, holy moly, it's great. It's honestly
Yeah.
so great. I'm happy we were able to do this. We're coming up on an hour pretty soon.
Yeah.
I guess unless Dennis has got any more questions.
What is your opinion on DLC for Frontiers? Like what do
DLC. You mean like the fact that they're gonna release some?
Yeah, like that, or like what do you want to see out of those DLC?
Well, I don't know because I haven't played the whole game yet, so I don't even know what this game even entails in terms of like the Sonic mythos.
Yeah, true.
But DLC, I haven't. So all the levels I've seen in the cyberspace are just classic, really levels.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So like, I would like to see more. I guess 90s Sonic levels, like Adventure 2 levels or something.
Ooh.
Like
maybe
because
City
they're
Escape
obviously
is-
very short. Yeah, like Escape from the City or something. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, like in episode Shadow, they kind of tried to appeal to nostalgia because it was a really shitty DLC, like for Sonic Forces, that talks about the backstory
Yeah.
of Infinite, and you play as Shadow in 3 levels that already existed in the game, and then they just put really kind of mid remixes of like 3 Shadow songs from Sonic Adventure, from Sonic Adventure 2 in there. So they know that they got a little bit of a market for that because those levels are how like you progress through the game to like get the Chaos Emeralds to fight the Titans. So if they added more of that, that would be pretty neat.
What about a Shadow DLC? How would you be?
I mean, that'd be cool.
And like
Kind of.
I guess it would depend because it's like a lot.
It depends on what they do with him, because every time they put him into a fucking game or any piece of media,
doesn't really
he's
do
always
anything.
the joke. He's just kind of the joke of the character of a character. You know?
I even thought like when Shadow the Hedgehog, like the game itself came out, I thought like looking back at it now, like if Sonic Adventure 2 came out, like let's say near our like current timeline, right?
Yeah.
I bet you like they would have just released Shadow the Hedgehog as a DLC for Adventure 2. It's like, hey, remember Shadow? He ain't dead. $40, please.
That reminds me of like in a show with all of jokes, he was still the joke character. It's like how do you do that? Like Sonic Boom, how do you do that? And that show was amazing too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, because
game was
after his
terrible.
whole arc, they just kind of didn't know what to do with him because like his whole being was that like his story, his arc from Sonic Adventure 2 to fucking, no pun intended when I say arc, by the way, to fucking Shadow the Hedgehog. And so afterwards, like the whole notion of Shadow the Hedgehog is that like at the end of the game, he's like, okay, like I don't need to know about my past. I'm putting it behind me. Well, even after he learns about it. But they didn't want to get rid of Shadow because we talked about this like 2 episodes ago or something, Dennis, where we're just like, there's a new Sonic character in every game. None of them stick with the franchise and have a dedicated fan base and following, much like Shadow.
Except Rouge.
Yeah.
Sonic 06.
Rouge is for a different reason.
Rouge is for a different reason. I mean, they all come back, but like Shadow just, I feel like, his identity is still very much linked to those games, and Sega knows that, but it's like, I feel like it's time to just bring him into the future. They gotta do something else with him, and I think they're fucking pissed scared to because of how terrible Sonic 06 was.
Yeah, and
like,
also
he
because
had an
Shadow
arc in that,
and Shadow's
Yeah.
Shadow's whole thing is he's stuck in the 90s, really. Like his whole character's kind of
He
stuck
still
in the
listens
90s.
to Linkin Park like on repeat every day. He's like, yeah, this is great. This is my kind of music.
This is my kind of music.
Chaos
I like
control.
this.
I'm also gonna shoot up a grocery store.
I thank God every day that Shadow the Hedgehog was not in Smash Brothers, because if they
Oh
if they put him in
God.
Smash, there is no way that he would not have been fucking quickly busted. He literally would have been Sonic, the fastest character in the game, with fucking witch time.
And also range.
And and range and a projectile. He would have been Sonic the Hedgehog with a projectile and witch time.
Chaos Spear, Chaos Blast.
His Chaos Spear would literally be his special, like his B move. Like that would just be it.
Yeah.
And work exactly like Sonic, except it homes in on them. And he
I
doesn't
will
move.
say though, they probably would have given him Chaos Spear and like Chaos Control and all that stuff, but it would have replaced Spin Dash like entirely.
Yeah,
So he
exactly.
would have been able to Spin Dash, which is a really actually busted thing about Sonic in that game.
He
in
moves
Smash
so
Brothers.
fucking fast.
Yeah. So like if he didn't have Spin Dash, maybe that would actually balance it.
But that's why I'm even thinking like the next couple years, because like we still have movie 3 coming out.
Yes.
For Sonic, and then Shadow.
Where is Shadow?
Yeah, and Shadow's gonna obviously be like the titular fucking probably either he's gonna be antagonist turning into obviously like an anti-hero like afterwards.
Yeah,
Just because you know me and David, we had this with Koopa, had this little discussion of where like, you know, all they have to do is really just take the plot of Adventure 2, put it into a movie, and then there you go, literally $1 million for everybody. There's really nothing else you really have to do. You already have a big bad that the 2 goes Super Saiyan, like for the climax. Like, what more do you fucking need to make this movie? You
Every
have it
bit
on the
of source
palm of your
material.
hands.
You have Sonic Adventure 2's literal story right there.
Like,
you could just take parts from it.
You could even get Anya Taylor-Joy to be Maria. I don't even give a fuck. Like, just literally just what? I don't give a fuck at this point.
Yeah, she could
It's
just pull off a 12-year-old.
yeah, just
Or,
like,
just
tell
age her up. I don't know.
or age her down. You know, just like have her like, you know, just like
Yo, shrink her.
We're gonna have like that trick everyone does when they're like on their knees, but they put the shoes like right where their knees are at. So it's just like that's like
What they did in Lord of the Rings.
Maria.
That's why at least I hope the next couple of years will be like the year of Shadow, just like how we had like a whole year of Luigi, like a while back, like because
Shadow the Hedgehog 2? When?
maybe I don't know, like
Maybe
never. If they decide, I mean, if they decide, if the guys behind Frontier decide, like. Because like every post I've seen, and even on Reddit and everywhere else, everyone just wants Shadow in this game. They like want him so bad, and they're willing to pay whatever money they want to get him in the game.
And Sega could just be like, "Oh yeah, so where are the modders right now?"
It's go on Nexus mods and just like Shadow the Hedgehog Sonic Frontiers.
And then of course they would go like, "That's a really good mod. How about you get hired right now?"
Or it's like they give him a DMCA and it's like no.
Well, Sega never does that actually.
Yeah, you're confusing it with
with another Japanese-based company.
If there's one thing that Sega does, it's just like, oh, you know,
what Nintendo don't?
literally,
Yeah,
it's just
honestly.
like, oh, we like you, we'll hire you.
Sonic,
We can't do because we can't do it ourselves. Literally, we can't.
Sega's
And then they'd be like,
definitely-
"Wait, we like you. Fuck you."
like Sega's weird. It's like they're a little,
I mean, have you seen their social media? Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck
I
is their
know.
TikTok?
but that's why I'm thinking, like, at least compared to Nintendo, right? It's like you think Nintendo would embrace that shit like wholeheartedly, but it's like they're still very much like traditional Japanese business, like even in 2022. And Sega
They're stuck in the 80s.
yeah, exactly. Like, and Sega just was just like embracing the change and like the new wave of stuff that has like been basically kind of thrown into our lives, like just wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And like they don't also take Sonic as seriously anymore. At least they made him so that like the way that he is, they're very much aware of what he is because they learned from 06 that we can't have a blue hedgehog talking about light and darkness and friendship like Sora in the modern day because it's not gonna stick to our
Not
our
only
audience.
that, but we can't take him seriously. He's a blue fucking hedgehog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like just
Who's like
by
4
default.
feet tall. Like,
Like, by default. So
Yeah.
like at
Hook
least
him up
now
with a
I'm-
human.
like
yeah, like,
Yeah.
we can't take this seriously.
That
What are you
whole
talking about?
fucking game.
which that's why like at least I'm happy that they kind of realize like what he is now. It took a while, but now they know, and now they can just move forward from that. And like that's the reason why too. Like I really wonder like if they're gonna basically give Shadow, maybe like that treatment as well, because like he needs it, man.
Yeah.
Shadow needs to get out of the basement and stop like drinking the beer, like the 5-day-old beer, and just put the Beretta away and like just just embrace like what 2022 is, I guess. Like I don't know.
Why are you still depressed? You learned about your past and decided it doesn't matter. It's like you say you know who you are. That's what Shadow the Hedgehog with Sonic 06 even is.
And then Shadow
they
would
have
be like,
learned what the fuck a Sonic is.
yeah, but Shadow would be like, yeah, but everyone still makes fun of me. I don't know why.
I don't use guns anymore.
And like Shadow definitely would be like, yo, that Andrew Tate guy, he seems cool.
He seems cool.
Oh, boy.
No, Shadow.
Well, we're on an hour 5, boys. It's looking like it's time to wrap.
Oh, this was good.
Yeah, Evan, you are welcome back anytime.
Oh,
you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, for real, man.
I'm very down to have you as like the filler guest.
Oh, really? Just
Yeah.
as an honorary third member that just shows up every now and again.
Every now and again, yeah. If it's been so long and I can't get Cody Vore on the podcast, like I still really want to. Just look her up, and we'll have Evan as the we're gonna have Evan as the filler. Yeah, I told you it was gonna flow naturally. This is what I meant when I said when I told you what our podcast slogan is. It's just enough, well, not our slogan, our motto. Like it's just enough structure to support our lack of structure. Really, we're really just a fucking shoot the shit. Banter, Jersey Diner, fucking
talk whatever about whatever we want.
Yeah, fucking. I dare you to complain about a soup to our fucking chef. He's like 6'5" and ripped. Like that's the goddamn Double D experience. Today featuring an N. So NegativeDan, Evan, where can the people find you? If you have anything to plug at all.
I don't have anything to plug right now because I haven't streamed. I haven't done anything like for a while because I've just been working my ass off.
All right.
Oh my god.
So far.
Well, shoutouts to Evan's dick. Probably among the more harder working dicks in this room.
That's his Twitter handle. Go find that, guys.
Evan's. What is Evan's dicks? I'm looking that up on Twitter right now. Hold on.
And then watch
boy.
like Musk like took you off the platform.
Oh, I found Evans Dixon 14.
What?
He's 14. What, David?
What? Yeah. Whoa.
Has not tweeted since January 24th, 21.
Okay.
Guys.
What happens if I search Evans Dicks?
It's getting steamy in here.
Evans Dicks. Yeah, just a bunch of guys flashing their dicks in porn. Oh, there's another one. There's another dude jacking off with something in his asshole. Very nice.
So
it's literal porn. I don't know why I expected anything different. Okay.
While
putting
David,
that away.
Yeah, is busy looking at underage penises.
Relax.
You said he was 14.
His tag was Evans Dixon's 14.
Oh, okay. I misheard that. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
David, you probably would.
You trying to fucking get me canceled?
Like, yeah, exactly. Like you probably would get canceled because my ears didn't work that day.
Probably.
It's like yo, it's just like you get canceled, like you just get blasted on Twitter, and then like I just
blasted.
I just like come out and just like my first.
Blasted.
Bulbasaur.
My first tweet ever on my Twitter account, it would just be coming out and say, "Oh yeah, that guy. Oh no, yeah, sorry, I misheard."
No, your literal tweet would be at Nintoonist. Oops.
Assuming that Twitter is around in a few years.
What's worse though? Like oops or like my bad?
No, my bad.
It's like just by itself, like my bad. Like just out of context.
No context.
Probably my B. Shout out to chillin'. My B. Shout out to chillin'. Well, good old banter episode. No big topics this time around. This always happens whenever we have a third guest. Sometimes when it's just me and Dennis, our structure's a little different. Like, one of us will have a topic, the other one will have a topic, and then we'll just talk about dicks or something in between. not Evans Dixon's, whatever. And if you liked what you heard, you already know what to do. Boom, they're the plugs. You already got it all right here. You can follow us on Twitter at DoubleDPod and also on our Instagram at the Double D Experience 21. We have the meme master Dennis posting memes there again. seeing them likes. Get some new follows actually recently, as I
Yeah, I
have
did.
noticed.
Yeah, I
I'm
saw
not
that too.
gonna. Good work there, Chief. Good work there, Chief. We're all about that, online, all about that online justification, that online attention, verification for our actions. Like the pick me culture. Wow, we love it. It's the best. Fucking that was sarcasm, but whatever. You can. What are you doing?
I'm snapping.
Yeah, he's it's like
Why
the
you-
slam poetry.
Why are you pretending you're in like a Switch commercial right now?
I didn't. Yeah.
Evan just drops a new game. He's in a Nintendo Direct. Like, please take a look. We're available wherever you get your podcasts, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Radio Break, Radio Public, Anchor, all that good stuff. A bunch of stuff that isn't even there. And right here at youtube.com/Nintoonist, which is where I know most of you fuckers listen. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a like. Comment down below what your favorite game is, or comment down below your fuck, marry, kill for Peach, Daisy, Rosa, and give us your justification. We want to know the reasoning.
And then past that, also give us your own fuck, marry, kill.
Yes.
I'm actually very curious. As
And
to
we
what
will
people
react
would
to
put
them
down.
live in next episode.
And I probably will make fun of some of you. So
Probably.
guys,
Well.
so guys, I sorry, I just had to contain my laughter there. My little chortle. Guys, this was our episode today. We hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment and subscribe. Otherwise, I will go over to your house and fuck your mother. So,
Yeah. Stay tuned next week. We're going to have Bandy Pat on the show
Yes.
once again for the third time. And all of her rip-snorting actions and her goofy impression that puts mine to shame, as I'm sure you all remember. And, yeah, Evan, last words to the people.
I guess stay in school.
could just be like,
Stay in drugs, don't do school.
Don't school.
could have just gone like full shill and just buy Sonic Frontiers, buy it now.
No, in all honesty, buy Sonic Frontiers. Do it.
Yeah,
do it.
actually do it. Yeah.
I would like a Shadow DLC, and they can't do that unless they have your monies. So please, give them your monies.
We'll see you in your dreams.
Maria.
We love you.
I don't love you, Maria.
You got a gross human face.
And you look like Alice in Wonderland.
I don't want to date anyone who's related to that fat egg fuck.
But that bat girl.
But that cat girl, she's got heart tits.
So she
I will
does it for me.
I will suck all the corona out of those bat titties.
Oh boy.
Lights off. Goodbye. Good night, guys.
Bye, Maria.